Take your time. Good. All right, so it's 7:28. I'm going to call the meeting to order. We do have a public hearing tonight, so we'll again call the meeting to order. It's 7:28 p.m.
Councilwoman Selby,
Present.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Present.
Supervisor Keating,
Present.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Present.
Councilwoman Martin.
Absent.
Thank you. And Councilwoman Selby, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, and Pastor, yeah, please feel free.
Let us gather together for a moment and bow our heads in prayer. God Almighty, let us pray for our local, state, and national government, that in their foresight we may come together as one nation, united in peace. May we open this day with joy. Come together in prayer. May the leadership
Thank you. All right, we do not have any other preliminary matters this evening, so let's see. It's 7:30. We do have a public hearing tonight. So now that's we will head to the public hearing. And the public hearing reads as follows. Public notice, Town of Boston, notice of hearing upon the tentative budget. Again, that the budget of the Town of Boston for the fiscal year beginning on January 1st, 2023 has been completed and filed in the office of the town where it is available for inspection by any interested person during their office hours. Further notice is hereby given that the Boston Town Board will hold a public hearing and review said tentative budget at the Boston Town Hall, 8500 Boston State Road, 7:30 p.m. Eastern prevailing time, October 19th, 2022. And at such hearing, any person may be heard for or against the tentative budget as compiled or any items contained therein. Pursuant to Section 103 of the town law, the proposed salaries of the following elected town offices are: Supervisor, $43,440. Town Clerk, $53,176. Council members, 4 of them, at $9,555. Superintendent of Highways, $76,052. Town Justices, 2 of them, at $21,277. An exemption report is available. This was dated September 30th, 2022, published October 7th, 2022, by order of the Town Board, Sandra L. Quinlan, Town Clerk, and this institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer. I will open the floor for comment. If anyone does come up, please state your name, address, and the floor is open. Okay, with no public comment, I will close. Okay. With no comment, I will close the floor for public hearing. All right, moving back up to item number 2, regular business tonight. Item number 1 is the correction and adoption of the minutes from the October 5th, 2022 Town Board meeting. Councilwoman Lukacek, would you like to take that item?
No, thank you, Mr. Supervisor, since
Yep,
I was
you want- that's right.
not attending.
I'll take that one, Jason.
Thanks.
Thank
Mike's got you.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. I've reviewed the minutes from our board meeting dated October 5th, 2022. I find no errors or omissions, and I make a motion that we approve as written.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Abstain.
Thank you. Motion carried.
Okay, item number 2 under regular business tonight is the consideration of all fund bills. Councilwoman Lukacek, would you like to take that item tonight?
Yes, Mr. Supervisor, thank you. After reviewing the 2022 payables with the journal number AP-3465, I would make a recommendation that we approve the fund payables for $106,024.05.
Second.
Councilman Lee,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Councilman Keating, Councilman Lukashev.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Tonight is our correspondence. There's 3 items of correspondence, all received and filed with the town clerk. Item 1 is the Town of Boston Dog Control Officer Report dated September 2022. Item number 2 is the town clerk's monthly report for September 2022. And item 3 is the slide deck, printed slide deck that is, from the 2023 budget presentation. And once again, all those are received and filed with the town clerk's office. Moving on to new business, item number 4, our requests from the floor. So anyone from the public that would like to speak to any matters regarding the town, state your name, address, and you have the floor is open.
My name is Gary Huber. I live at 6030 Thornwood Drive in the town. I had an issue a while ago. A neighbor tried to warn him about some dead trees that were ready to fall onto my property, and he ignored me completely. Sent him registered letters, the whole bit. Eventually, a tree fell down. Ended up suing my neighbor in court and winning the case. Unfortunately, there's 2 more trees that are ready to come down. So I did a little homework and found out other towns have codes where the officer is allowed to go to that person and he's responsible for the tree to have him removed. I went out and I got a tree to certify the trees that they were dangerous, hazardous, and a target for my house. And I would just like the town to consider looking into this. I believe it's Jennifer's job with the code. If she could please look into it, have all the information and the Davy tree certification that those trees are a hazard. I just don't want anybody in my family to be hurt. I don't want to replace the fence again and clean up the mess again. And I would just like this for the town to look at it, because I don't want this to happen and put a resident through what I just went through for the last year.
Okay.
It's not fair.
I know this is a hearing. Is that a copy I could have?
You can have everything that's in here.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I just don't want to see anybody else hurt.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that homework for me.
Gary, did you get the codes that other towns have used in?
There's a couple in there.
Okay.
From other towns.
Yep.
Hamburg has a code. I just figured maybe we can adopt or look at the language. I think 5 days is a little strict. Maybe move it to like the person has 30 days to cooperate or whatever. But other than that, it needs to be addressed. And now, after doing all that work and having surveyors come out and all that, give all that information to the code officer, and his hands are tied. He can't enforce it. And I just don't think
Okay.
that's fair.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Anyone else? It's nice to see a lot of people here. All right, with no one else stepping up, I'll close the floor. Item number 2 under new business was the public hearing that we just already had previously accomplished. So moving along, item 3 under new business is resolution 2022-72 for the Erie County Community Development Block Grant requests. Wait, I'm sorry, can't speak. Councilwoman Selby, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number 2022-72, whereas at the last meeting, we had a public hearing and it was no problems, and therefore we're submitting a project to be considered for the Erie County Community Development Grant Block for the 23-24 grant cycle which the first priority is the rural transit service. So I'd like to make this motion to approve this resolution.
Second.
Thank you. Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Luke.
Yes.
2022 installation of heat tape at Town Hall. And Councilwoman Lukacek, would you like to take that up?
Yes, Mr. Supervisor. After receiving, well, from four different companies receiving quotes, we are making the recommendation that the town board authorizes the town supervisor to contract MJM Electric Construction Incorporated for the amount of $11,675 for the replacement of the heat tape for gutters around the town hall.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item number 5 tonight under new business is Resolution 2022-74, accepting a donation of light poles by the Boston Patriots football. And Councilman Cardicchini, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. I'd like to adopt resolution number 2022-74, accepting the donation of light poles by the Boston Patriots Football Association. Essentially, they have identified a need for lighting for their fields for practices in the fall as we lose the light. So I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution 2022-74 and accept the donation of the light poles by the Boston Patriots football team.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item 6 tonight is resolution 2022-75, which is the fine procurement of 2 Chevrolet Silverado 2500 pickup trucks with plows, one for highway department use and one for department use. And Councilman Selby, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number 2022-75, where the town board of Boston hereby ratifies the Chevrolet Silverados 2500 double cab 4x4s trucks, each equipped with aftermarket snowplow for $56,814 each, for a total of $113,628. To be a budget transfer from contingency account of 6814 going in line A7110-201. So I'd like to make a motion to approve this.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 7 is resolution 2022-76, amending funding source for a John Deere 554 wheel loader authorized, which was on resolution 2021-73. And Councilwoman Lukacek, would you like to take that?
Yes, Mr. Supervisor. The resolution number 2022-76, amending the funding source for a John Deere 544 P wheel loader authorized on a previous resolution 2021-73. I do have a question regarding this. Is this the wheel loader in question from a budget review?
So this was the, okay, so the procurement, this is adjusting for the funds and where they're coming from for that to pay for the previous this current purchase. So when we had authorized the funds before, the allocation of the funds
Oh, it's the,
and resolved carries over. So when you're looking at the loader from the 51 and from the DB account, I get and $685.55 from the DB 5130 account, 200 machinery equipment for a total price not to exceed $179.16.82.
and this is the funding source, amending the funding source. I make a recommendation we approve.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby, Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yes.
lead agency status to determine the significance of the environmental impact. Also, site plan for proposed mixed-use development at 7072 Boston State Road. And Councilman Carty, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. To adopt resolution number 2022-77, declare the seeker lead agency status and determine the significance of the environmental impact for the site plan for proposed mixed-use development at 7072 Boston State Road. The town board of Boston hereby preliminary classifies the project as the unlisted action in accordance with seeker regulations. You got to forgive me because I did not grab my reading glasses. 6 NYCRR Part 16 and declares its willingness to act as lead agency for this project. Adopt resolution 2022-77.
I will second. I will clarify for our audience that this is in the planning board review, and this is the first step of the mixed-use development at 7072 Boston State Road, sentences. So I will second the seeker review.
Yes.
Councilman Carty,
Yes.
Super,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. Number 9 tonight is to approve overnight travel reimbursement for code enforcement officer training. Councilwoman Selby, would you like to take that item tonight?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. We have a request from our town code enforcement officer, Tom Murphy, some certification, and he submitted a Harbor Hotel bill. And I'd like to make a motion to approve the billing for payment. Of course, that's the sales tax.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Carty,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. Item number 10 tonight is a request from Highway Superintendent Telak for leaves and spoils. Councilwoman Lukacek, would you like to take that item?
Yes, Mr. Supervisor. Okay. Okay. I make a motion, we approve, I make a motion that we approve Superintendent Telak for the and release form for the spoils and spoils.
I'll second.
And I will add that the leaves is whatever's left over that the residents do not take, and the spoils are merely road sweepings that come off the roads.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. Item number 11 is an application for use of meeting facility for Connect Life Blood Drive. And Councilman Carty, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. We had an application for use of town meeting facility submitted by Moore for the Connect Life 2023 blood drives. They're requesting the town room without the kitchen, and the blood drives for next year are January 3rd, February 7th, March 7th, April 4th, May 2nd, June 6th, July 11th, August 1st, September 5th, October 3rd, November 7th, December 5th. Madam Clerk, are these dates available for the Connect Life blood drive?
Yes, they are.
I make a motion that we approve this application of use of town meeting facility.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Carty,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. Item 12 under new business tonight is an application for use of facility request for a Halloween party. And, Councilman Carty, would you like to take that?
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. The town of Boston has had a Halloween party in this town for, I would guess, nearly 50 years. And Councilwoman Martin and I would like to sponsor this Halloween party this year. And I'm pleased to say we have a lot of different volunteers, different organizations. It's very appreciated. The date of this event is Sunday, October 30th. The time is from 1 to 3 p.m. We're going to have a Halloween party trunk or treat. It's going to be underneath the lion shelter, and the bathrooms will be available. We are not serving alcohol. We are not having a private party. This is a public special event, and I make a motion that we approve the Halloween party on October 30th.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, we have no other old business tonight, so we'll move on to reports and presentations. Highway Superintendent, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Supervisor. First, I'd like to thank the board for letting the Highway Department and the Parks Department both get the new trucks. Definitely, Parks truck is definitely up for sure. And other than that, brush pickup for this year is over. We picked up once in September, every street once in October. Leaf pickup in my residents. Please don't put any of the brush, sticks, and garden weeds and stuff like that with the leaf piles because it plugs up the machine and then the guy's got to bring it back to the shop. So please, no brush and weeds in there. Anyone that lives on any town roads, they want their ditch cleaned out up front, just give us a call. We'd be glad to do it. The plow trucks are being worked on, set up. Housing was getting ready for winter. Let's see. Oh, and any town resident looking for leaves, greatly be appreciated. Anybody looking for them, but surely don't need them all. So anybody looking for leaves, just give us a call, fill out a sheet, and we'd be glad to bring them to you. Other than that, I'd like to just say that, remind the residents that the Highway Department has in the trash. If they have a problem with the garbage, call Waste.
Supervisor, say a few things about the budget. I appreciate Ellie and her. And that was a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of people there, and we didn't hear too much feedback tonight. So it's a good budget. It's 0% tax increase. There might be some shifting in a few areas, but other than that, I commend the supervisor and Ellie for a very well thought out budget. If anybody has any questions, it's available for public review. Like I said, there might be a few tweaks that we're still kind of working out, but I appreciate all the efforts, Ellie. That's all I have tonight.
Right, thank you very much. Councilman Cardicchini, you have the floor.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating, and thank you, Board, for approving the Halloween party. It's good to have that back, and it's been very well attended. A little more than that, I'll be sending out a formal invitation to the fire departments to help us with the parking. And new for this year, we invited the highway department to bring down a truck and distribute some kids candy. So looking forward to that. I would like to acknowledge Mr. Davis, who is one of the few people that came to the budget meeting, the preliminary budget meeting last year or this year. And I believe you were there as well, Chris. So, a lot of work gets put into that. And I know there's certainly people that like to complain, with really baseless information. But the day, that budget presentation, was an absolute open book into what we're doing, what our plans are, where we've come from, and where we're trying to go. And it was, I appreciate that Bill came down. He's one of the few tonight that were there. Everybody else that was at that budget meeting was really there, in an official capacity in one way or another. They either work for the town or they were, holding office within the town. So, but Ellie did an amazing job with both the presentation and, not only the presentation itself, but, putting together the PowerPoint. I know that she and Jason worked very hard on that, and it certainly doesn't go unnoticed, even though maybe it wasn't as well attended as we would have liked. So that's all I have tonight.
Right, thank you very much. Councilwoman Lukacek, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I can appreciate the PowerPoints for budgeting. It is not my strong suit, and you help me much every month when I have a question, you answer it so I can understand. Much appreciated. Thank you. I also want to appreciate the dog control officer for her reports. They're thorough. They help us understand what's going on in the town. So I wanted to take a shout out and say thank you for the time it takes to make all those notations and help us understand what's going on. Reviewing per our code. So this is possibly replace the existing Tim Hortons and place a convenience store and Tim Hortons in one building with a separate office building towards the back. So it would open up that plot of land, create a different flow through for a Tim Hortons. Their idea, it would possibly reduce some of the traffic issues, but that will be reviewed after the seeker. That will be part of the DOT review that the planning board will be receiving within the next few months. So just want that. And much appreciated, Mr. Huber, for providing us the information for code. I'll be following up with our code committee on this. So much appreciated. Thank you for doing some of the legwork already. And that's all.
Thank you very much, Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. On October 22nd, that is a Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., the Boston Fire Company will be holding a retreat and open house at the Fire Hall. Wear your costume. There will be decorations, fire rides, inflatable BB and archery ranges. The Erie County Sheriff's Canines and SWAT team will be there. Free hot dog, cider, and goodies. Call Jennifer Kane at 913-8135 if you have a trunk that you would like to enter for the trunk or treat. And that is sponsored by Boy Scout Troop 491 and the Boston Volunteer Fire Company. Also on Saturday, October 22nd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., North Boston Fire Hall will be having a celebration to Mr. Herb Klein, who served the town of Boston for over 66 years. Of those years was as town clerk. So please, go on out, say hello, and they will have appetizers and beverages for that event. Boston Free Library Book Sale will be from October 22nd through November 4th during regular hours at the library. This will include books, DVDs, and CDs. Also, Churchill Memorial United Methodist Church will be having their fish dinners Friday, November 11th from 4:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. The cost is $15, and that will be for takeout, but also for the sit-down dinner. So that's one of our first ones that we've had really in quite a while, right?
Wow.
Sit down. Yep. But if you did want to do it, contact me at 716-812-0745. The early voting Board of Elections will be held here in Boston in the Town Hall Community Room. That will start on Saturday, October 29th and go through Sunday, November 11th. Weekend hours are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and day hours are noon to 9. There is no voting on Monday, November 7th. That is the day and the elections does get ready, to prepare for election itself. Next Connect Life Blood Drive will be Tuesday, November 1st from 2 to 7 p.m. right here at the Boston Town Community Room. Everyone that donates blood will be entered into a raffle to win a pair of Buffalo Sabre tickets for an upcoming home game. And hunting license deer management permits, the leftover ones, the extra ones, will be available after November 1st. We did receive that update from the DEC. And that is all I have. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I don't have much to report on tonight because a lot of my time and bookkeeper's time has been spent compiling the budget, which again, the public hearing was tonight. I didn't know if anyone in the audience was interested, but if you could not attend the budget presentation, that is now out on the town website. I did chop a little bit of a cherry tree. I did print copies, so if anyone wants a hard copy tonight before they leave, you're really welcome to it. But I thank you everybody coming out. It's, fellow board members, we've got some other discussions going, but again, we've, as for all of us, last year we budget. Again, we had some discussions on a couple of. I really do think that it's a pretty solid budget. Again, always open and transparent. Every budget that's been presented has been followed up with the budget presentation, so the taxpayer knows exactly where, how, and essentially, in many cases, with resolutions, when their taxpayer dollars are being spent. So that is all I have for tonight. So I'll make a motion to close the meeting at exactly 8:00.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Karakini, Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Kachek.
Yes.
Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.
Sorry to do that to you, but I had to.
See you, Bill.